Okay, so here we have a close-up of the right side of the hammer dulcimer. The way I had thought to attach the mute bars is having a flexible bar drilled into the pin block here. It would flex like so. I would have to put a nice 45-degree angle kink in it right here, so it would flex evenly there. The mute bar itself would then attach underneath there. There would be a similar one of these up at the top, flexing down like so. The mute bar then coming in contact. I then realized the mute, the actual felt under here, would actually want to have a triangle cross section, since we are coming down at an angle rather than coming down straight up and down like this. But that's easy to do. This is probably a bit long here. This is just a mock-up. The real one would probably only be about like that, flexing up and down like so. This would then have a line going underneath. The top one would have another line coming underneath. They would meet at some point, I imagine back here, going to a single line. They would then go down to the pedal, or I was also envisioning a bar to control this independently, so that the left side could be independent of the right side. So on the left side of the instrument, we have the same setup of the flexible bar coming down and the actual muting bar going like so. The interesting thing that I realized here is that the muting bar on the left side is going to affect the treble strings as well as the bass strings. So they're going to be, if the left and right bars are independent of each other, the left bar is actually going to be affecting the treble strings and the bass strings at the same time. The alto strings here are going to be muted on the far right side of the instrument by the right bar. So we're going to have bass and treble together and alto independent of each other if we have a two-pedal type system. That's at least a step in the right direction. I was originally trying to get bass strings unmuted, bass strings just ringing clearly, and muted alto and treble strings. But I realized that's going to be a nightmare to try to accomplish, because for the bass to be independent of the treble in the muting system, you would need a system that mutes only the odd strings independently of the even strings. And what's that going to be? A two-pedal system just for the left side? A double action pedal nightmare system on the left side? So at least a two-pedal system gives me independence of the alto from the treble and bass. I can have unmuted bass strings, muted alto strings. That's at least a step in the right direction, which is nice long bass notes and short staccato treble notes, which was what I was after.